Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Heidi Alaga.
And I'm Pat Paris here at the Mariposa Port of Entry. Well, right now, at least, it's business as usual. The port mainly, of course, sees truck traffic, and lots of it, as well as some cars and buses. But just east of here in downtown Nogales is the Deacon Port of Entry. We're going to show you video we shot just a couple of hours ago. Long lines trying to get into Mexico, and also lines of traffic making their way from the Mexican side back here to the U.S. So far, nothing too unusual for a Monday in early December, of course, but Mayor Jorge Maldonado telling me today he's not concerned as his city enters a critical time financially, the Christmas shopping season.
As of now, no. I saw the lines a couple of hours ago, and they're flowing. I've talked to CBP. They're going to work on getting more lanes. I did 3 minutes last night at 9:45.
Okay. How important is this time of the year for your business people here? It's got to be big.
It's the biggest push of the year, pretty much. We always, even though yearly we depend on the Nogales, Sonora, 450,000 population to come across, but this is the boom.
And at least on day one, the addition of the Lukeville traffic isn't slowing down the shopping boom. Mayor Maldonado is concerned, though, about the safety of Southern Arizonans trying to get to Rocky Point now that Lukeville is closed. More on that coming up later in the newscast. Of course, the reason we're down here, it is day one as the CBP has closed the Lukeville port. That means no legal entry. CBP is using the reason of a surge in illegal crossings down. Now that the port of entry in Lukeville is closed, it's more migrants, as we saw today, were at the border wall than just last week. KGUN 9's Adam Klepp back in Lukeville today and shows us how Border Patrol is trying to manage this crisis.
The port here is now being used for Border Patrol to process migrants, as last week a historic 17,500 people illegally crossed into the Tucson sector. The Lukeville Port of Entry is quiet. Instead of the hustle and bustle of vehicle crossings, migrants are here. The port is shut down so CBP officers can help with the current surge. And just east of the port, hundreds of migrants have gathered, including Christian Cruz from Ecuador. Lukeville is the latest stop on a dangerous journey.
I traveled through Panama. The mountains were immense. People fell. Many people died.
Agents prioritize apprehending families and young kids, meaning the single adults have to wait.
I haven't eaten anything for 24 hours.
And the group is getting restless, arguing with Border Patrol.
I don't care.
And fighting over spots in line.
If I'm wrong, take me out in the back.
The situation is pushing Border Patrol to the limit.
We're facing severe challenges right now.
Saying Lukeville's remote location makes it difficult to apprehend everyone quickly.
To get them further to our processing centers in Tucson is a matter of hours.
But adding, not everyone can stay.
We're utilizing other sectors to help us with the enhanced expedited removal process, trying to prosecute as many people as we can.
Something Christian Cruz hopes to avoid.
¿Cuáles son tus esperanzas para el futuro?
Mi esperanza.
My hope is to be protected.
Down the road, more migrants are walking towards the group, a sign this surge is far from over. There is no timetable for when the port could reopen. Reporting in Lukeville, Adam Klepp, KGUN 9.
And we're back here live at the Mariposa Port of Entry. Craig Smith joins me now. We've been talking about Lukeville, the unprecedented number of migrants there, but we're really not seeing, after that port closed, a big backup today.
Not a huge backup, and there's been so much concern in this case about the effect on Christmas shopping. Well, think about it in this case. Think of the patterns you would normally have. If you were going to go from Mexico into the U.S. for a day trip for shopping, you'd probably go closer to the weekend, and that's when we really think there may be a much stronger effect.
Warehouses in Nogales, Arizona stay busy with fresh produce brought across the border from Mexican farms. Produce importer and Port Authority Chairman Jaime Chamberlain says cargo has flowed quickly because CBP has committed to keep cargo lanes well staffed. He says fears of delays for individuals may have already discouraged Mexican shoppers from crossing legally to spend their money in the U.S. Chamberlain thinks delays could grow closer to the weekend when more shoppers would normally cross. And he says while closing the Lukeville port is new, diverting inspectors to process migrants has actually been going on for more than 3 months.
That is something that in the business community and tourism all over the state should not be happy with. It is unsustainable to think that we can continue to take people away from our ports of entry to help with migrant processing.
CBP often says most drug smuggling happens through the ports of entry. Chamberlain says reducing staffing at the ports weakens our security by reducing the inspections that catch the drug loads. David Hathaway is a former senior drug enforcement agent and current sheriff for Santa Cruz County.
What we need is to have a cabinet level group come down and actually look at the problems here and talk to the Chamber of Commerce, talk to the ranchers. I'm part of a 5-generation ranching family. Talk to the local politicians like me and actually do a comprehensive reform to the whole immigration border infrastructure process.
Both the sheriff and Jaime Chamberlain want to see more federal resources, including immigration judges stationed right on the border to rule right away on asylum claims and send back asylum seekers who have no hope of winning their cases.
Now, it's really hard to assess just how much this traffic is down because a lot of times, and Jaime Chamberlain alluded to it, it's hard to count what did not happen.
Yes.
So there's a real wait and see factor here as the week goes on.
Yeah, we might know more by the end of the week for sure as maybe those holiday shoppers end up coming across.
Much more natural for this to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Exactly right. Craig, thank you very much.